We ain't gonna ever back down from nobody. I don't care who it is. This is a brotherhood. And if we stand strong together, we can't be denied. If one of us go down, we have another, and another, and another that's ready to fight. So let's hit this field and bang them, bang them, bang them. Somebody light me up. Boom! We too deep. We too deep. We too deep.
Hello, welcome to the Coach Lewis Show. We're going to be talking about the post-game of Legacy School of Sports Science and Inspired Vision in Dallas, Texas. Recently, Legacy School of Sports Science varsity football team has beat Inspired Vision 61-0. So, Coach, can you tell us about your victory?
It was good. It was a game that possibly wasn't going to happen due to the weather and things of that nature. But we made the trip, and we thank God we made it safe. It was a good game because we worked on another element of our offense, which is our run game, and I think it was beneficial for us moving forward toward the end of the season, headed toward the playoffs.
Coach, so did the weather impact the game for y'all?
No, because we worked on those things and we had a chance to finally just focus on the run game and holding on to the ball and ball security, run blocking, being physical, playing old school football. So that was the entity of the offense that I've been wanting to work on, and actually the weather helped us because we tried to get in the shotgun and we fumbled the ball a few times and the game got sloppy, which is something that we don't want to have Legacy football be something sloppy and unorganized. So that's the ball, wet ball does that, and that's what happened. So we got back to the run game, old school, under the center, and that was a good part of the game that I wanted to get better for us as a team anyway.
What was your power plays you ran the most during the game?
Well, we ran a lot of ISOs, ran a lot of leads, inside counters, we ran some bellies, which is inside zone, and just allowed us to follow our offensive line and get those guys a little more physical in their blocking scheme. Old school, right down the field, man. And that's a part that's missing sometimes in football, that I don't want to lose that identity, because football on offense is so fast and everybody wants to throw in gadget plays, and defense is prepared for that. A lot of defense is not built for downhill physical football, and I want that to be an identity of mine, because if we run across a defense that has smaller D linemen or more skilled kids that's prepared for the spread and the outside and the fast type tempo offense, I want to be able to line up and say, okay, we're coming right at you. And a lot of teams are not built for that. And so that's why I like practicing against our offense and team. I like to have that physical inside part, because I don't want to lose that part of the football world. You still have to have a physical mentality. So that helped us be able to identify ourselves, that we're able to do the speed tempo and we're able to slow it down and get in the I formation and play a physical brand of football. That was good.
Coach, going into halftime when y'all was up, what did you tell your players?
Stay safe. Don't let up. Obviously, we're going to definitely keep integrity as far as we're not trying to run the score up. We're not trying to, because that's not what this is about. But I wanted them to be safe. But at the same time, don't let up. Stay fundamental. Stay doing the little things. Stay doing things the right way. We can control whether or not we score as coaches. And I gave specific instructions on, what we're not trying to do. Because if I'm in that situation, I wouldn't want to see a team trying to run up and break, throw the ball all over the place. So I'm definitely going to coach this game and teach my kids the way that you have to finish. And we're going to, physically beat our opponent up or get physically beaten. But at the end of the day, you still have to keep some game integrity. So I made sure they understood that we're not going to go out and continue to try to score another 40 points. That's not what this is about. And a salute to Coach Hodges out there at Inspired Vision. You guys played hard and showed us a lot of hospitality and great young up-and-coming programs like their second year in 11-man football, coming up from 6-man football. You have a lot of respect for what they're doing out there.
Well, Coach, can you bring up some of your players that that impacted the game and followed the directions and played Legacy varsity football?
Yeah, well, they all gonna play Legacy football. They all gonna play my granddad. They don't have a choice. They all gonna play my style of football. No, I'm just kidding. But at this point in time in the Coach Lewis Show, we want to acknowledge our offensive, defensive, and special teams MVPs. So we're going to start with the offensive MVPs, and we're going to, when we spoke about the run game, it was a group of kids. Let me be the first to say that they're all freshmen. Left tackle, left guard, center, right guard, and right tackle are all freshmen. And for these kids to be able to be at the level where they are now is amazing. We're still far from where we want to be. So, but they're on their way. And so I'm going to introduce my offensive line and our running back, P.J. Smith, who ran for 160 yards and 2 touchdowns, I believe. And he did a great job of trusting his blocks. So at this time, I want to bring up our left tackle, Jalen Brown, our left guard, Sebastian Duarte, our center, Antonio Greco, our right guard, Jaden Hunter, and our right tackle, Devin Davis. Now come on in a little bit. Come over. Now we saved the seat because, you know, the running backs like to get the shine and won't get in the front. So we want to introduce our tailback, Patrick Smith Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, the 5 guys behind me are freshman football players. They're doing a tremendous job, make a lot of freshman mistakes, but at the end of the day, we're going to keep teaching, keep pushing, and these young men has been getting better every game, and they enabled us to be able to adjust our game plan without any second thoughts. With having 5 freshmen on the offensive line. P.J. Smith had a breakout game. He's been doing a great job all season, but Friday was a breakout game when you really saw his breakaway speed, his ability to break tackles, his toughness to run through some tackles. Ball security was most important to me. He had no fumbles and held on to the ball, so I was very proud of that. So these are my big babies and my running back baby right here. So in the game against Inspired Vision, our offensive MVPs is my entire offensive line and our running back, P.J. Smith. Very proud of y'all, man. All right, y'all did a great job and continued success. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. So at this time, I want to introduce a back-to-back special teams MVP, Jalen Moore. Jalen had over 300 yards return yards. He had a punt return for a touchdown, a kickoff for a touchdown, and another kickoff. He got caught that he was getting a little tired of doing all that running. Did a fantastic job for us. He's a tremendous threat. Every time someone kicks the ball off or punts it to him, you know, we kind of holding our breath, just waiting to see what he's going to do in the open field. He did a great job, back-to-back special teams MVP, Jalen Moore. Congratulations. Yes, sir. And at this time, I want to bring up our defensive MVP, which is also a freshman. Now, we had a lot of kids that played great defense. We hang our hat on. Our goal is to have shutouts, and we know that as long as we play this game, we're not going to shut everybody out, but you have to set, I believe in setting your goals high. This guy is a freshman. He's come a long way at our Mike linebacker, calling the plays, making the adjustments up front, and he's one of the most physical kids I've ever coached. And he's finally starting to mentally pick the game up, and he's been getting better and better every week, so I felt like this was a perfect opportunity to acknowledge him, Brian Singleton. Congratulations, Brian. Also a freshman, just doing a tremendous job. Very proud of him. He works his butt off. He works hard. You know, he's physical. Even when he make a mistake, he goes 100 miles an hour. And that, I know as coaches, we can appreciate that. So I definitely want to thank Brian for his effort this past Friday and earning the defensive MVP for the Legacy Titans. So at this time, I want to bring everyone up. Our offensive MVPs, our offensive line, and our running back, Patrick Smith Jr., and our special teams back-to-back MVP, Mr. Jalen Moore. We throw the L's up, boys. Legacy Titans, we're here. We're going to be here for a while. A lot of young guys behind me, freshmen, no seniors on the team, and I'm real proud of them. This offensive line is going to be something special. Tighten up.